Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're Resano Recovery, and we're developing a two-part support system to help alleviate the pains faced during physical therapy. This picture is from 2 years ago, when I separated my shoulder the day before our baseball season started. I ended up having to get surgery and did physical therapy for the 4 months following. This was a really tough time for me. While my best friends and teammates were out playing the game I loved, I was stuck at home doing my exercises, and I struggled with them. When I didn't see progress early on, I would lose my motivation. I often forgot my exercises or how to do them, and sometimes when it all added up, I just didn't do them at all. Through our research and over 150 interviews, we found out that I'm not alone. 65% of all physical therapy patients fail to do their at-home exercises for the same reasons I did. They deal with mental health issues. They lose motivation when they don't see progress. They forget their exercises and even how to do them, and sometimes they just don't do them at all. Through even more research, we found out that physical therapists have pain points of their own. Physical therapists have to spend 40% of their day documenting patient information. Valuable time that could be used to make a connection and support their patient has to be used running back and forth between a computer and their patient. So to solve this, we've created our two-part support system, which consists of a wearable sleeve and an app. The wearable sleeve uses patented smart thread technology to measure range of motion. Patients put on the sleeve during their exercises, and it sends the range of motion over to the app. On the app, patients will be able to see that their exercises are working each exercise they do of each day, week, and month. In the app, patients will also be able to see the exercises that they're supposed to do each day, along with instructional videos showing them how to do them. Patients will also be able to give feedback on if they felt any pain during the exercise and how difficult it was. And now this is important because this is all sent to the physical therapist in automated reports. So first off, the physical therapist will be able to know if their patients are actually doing their exercises, but they'll also be able to know how well they're doing. Are they increasing their range of motion at the rate they should, or are they experiencing pain that they shouldn't? We also offer a community portion of our app where patients can connect with other patients and give them the care and support they need to tackle these exercises. When talking about our market, it's important to make a distinction between who our customers are and who our end users are. Our customers are physical therapy clinics who have to spend the 40% of their day documenting information and don't know if their patients are doing their exercises, while our end users are the actual patients. And we're specifically targeting patients with knee injuries who used to have an active lifestyle before they got injured. So they want to come back. They have a desire to be healthy again, but we're now giving them the tools they need. So we are selling to the clinics who then sell to the patients. For market sizing, we took into account the amount of physical therapy clinics in the United States, the New England area, and the greater Boston area, and multiplied that by the average annual revenue of clinics. So for our TAM, we got 34 billion, and for our SAM, we got 4 billion. For our SOM, we also took into account the fact that of all patients that clinics see, 45% of them have knee injuries. So this brought us to 600 million. We plan to enter the market by utilizing our relationship with our physical therapy advisor, Nick Metropolis. Nick has run his own clinic since 1985 and has agreed to do product validation and beta testing for us. Nick is also a part of the APTA Physical Therapy Network, which consists of 60 other clinics in the greater Boston area. And once we have completed our product validation and beta testing, we will be able to use this channel to further sell our product. We plan to sell our product for $90 per sleeve and $10 a month per app. Our sleeve gives us a gross profit margin of 66%, and we are able to achieve a customer lifetime value of $2,250 per clinic. So what sets us apart? The first is our smart thread technology, which allows us to create a sleeve that patients only have to purchase once for their recovery process. The second is real-time data transfer, so patients can see that they are progressing and know that their exercises are working. The third is automated progress reports. So physical therapists don't have to spend 3 to 4 hours a day just on a computer and instead can spend it with their patients. And last is community support. So patients can support one another and tackle these exercises. We are led by Dr. Samir Sankusali, the creator of Smart Threads, and 3 passionate Tufts MSIM students who have all been through physical therapy and have faced these pains firsthand. We are supported by our physical therapy advisor, the Tufts Consulting Collective, and our mechanical engineering team. We are asking for $12,000, which will initially go towards the completion of our product development. Once that is done, it will go towards manufacturing. We are Resano Recovery, and we help our patients come back stronger. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, Spencer. Great stuff. Do you require FDA approval for this type of wearable?
I can take that question. No, we don't, because we're not a brace, so we're technically not a medical device.
Great. And then you talked about.
I want to take another look at that, because you're with the device, you're having doctors base decision-making processes on said device. So you may need some sort of approval from the FDA, whether it's in regards to the data you're collecting through the app or the way that the brace is designed.
Right, so I can kind of explain this a little bit more. So in terms of the FDA approval, the reason it's not a medical device is because it does not affect the body in how it moves, or it does not prohibit it from doing anything. And in terms of patient information, that's a HIPAA issue. And so we just have to make sure to get HIPAA certified by a third party to make sure that we are following those guidelines.
As far as you talk about competitive advantages, are there any direct competitors?
Yes, so there are a couple direct competitors. The thing that really separates us is really the smart threads. Now we can talk about real-time feedback, automatic charting, but when it comes down to it, smart threads are a differentiator. For all of these other companies, they have sticky adhesives that patients have to buy every other week just to do their exercises. So they use sensors that they need to stick on their skin, and they have to spend $10 every other week just to do them. We have the smart thread technology, which allows us to create the sleeve, which is machine washable and lasts the entire duration of the physical therapy recovery process.
Great. What are smart threads?
So smart threads are really, it's just a thread, and it's a thread that's covered in polycarbonate ink, which can measure conductive resistance. So essentially, as a patient is extending their knee, the change in the resistance of the smart thread is translated into range of motion data and then sent over to the app.
Okay, thanks.
And is that smart thread technology that's patented, and who holds that? Yes.
So the smart thread technology is patented. It is patented by Dr. Sanku Saleh and Tufts, and it is an application patent. So the patent is specifically based around how smart threads are integrated into garments. And so there would be concern if it was a process patent and how the threads were made, but it's a very specific patent and covers everything that we need it to.
And do you have license to it yet?
We are working on that right now, but last week, Dr. Sanku Saleh agreed to come on to the team officially as potentially co-founder and definitely technology advisor. So we're well on our way to that licensing agreement.
Would that go through Tufts Tech Transfer?
Yes.
Yeah. Just early then. Takes a little while to sort of work those things out.
Mm-hmm. We've already started the initial talk, so it will take some time, but I think we're on our way.
So I've seen this technology a couple of times, having been an MSIM, and seen this come back around with Professor Sanku Saleh as well. So what are you doing that's different than what's been proposed over the course of the last 5 years or so with these smart threads? Why you?
I think the application of the technology we're using, I've seen some of the other applications, but none of them are doing exactly what we're doing and solving the problem that we're solving to the extent that we are.
I also think the way that we have structured that two-part support system is really important. It's not just the sleeve. The app is a really big part of that application. So the direct data transfer over from the smart thread into your smartphone is very key for a physical therapy patient.
Time for one more quick question.
Maybe what's the future? So if you get the knees, where do you go from there?
Right, that's a great question. So the reason we started with knees is because it's the simplest joint on the body to validate our product to start. once that's completed, we plan to move towards the elbow, the ankle. So we really want to encompass as much as we can on the human body and help as many people as possible. The knee is just a really great place to start because 25% of all injuries are knee injuries. 45% of patients that go to physical therapy have knee injuries. So it's really just a great way for us to validate our product and then expand to other areas.
Thank you very much, Spencer and Team Resano.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.